Hi friend, happy Friday Eve. I am so happy to be back with another video. This time we're just gonna hang out, we're gonna chat, we're downstairs on the couch, we're just very chill about this because I feel like the more times I get stressed out about goals for the new year, the least amount that I actually accomplish. So I'm coming very chill, very it's no big deal if I get this goal or not to the new year, and I'm hoping I reverse psychology myself into believing that's the case and I get more of these done, because some of these that I'm about to list have been on my TBR, if you will, list for as long as you've known me, quite honestly. So I think this is the year we're gonna finally just do it and stop being scared, stop letting things get in the way. Obviously last year was completely a write-off in my mind because of everything that happened, but this is the year where I'm being serious and we're gonna seriously do it. So I just wanted us to set the intentions for the year, get excited. Let me know what you intend on making or baking or creating this year. I'm super excited to kind of go on this journey together. I know 2026 is going to be a great year for us, and I'm really looking forward to everything that we get up to together. But yeah, let me know what is on your possible list. I'm separating mine into baking and creating / making. So give me some ideas in the comments because I am always looking for a hobby. Your girl's a hobbyist, a serial hobbyist, if you will. So I'm always if someone can do it, maybe I can do it too. So if there's anything that you haven't seen me do yet and you're in love with or just can't get enough of, or just starting this year, I would love to start alongside you and create some stuff together. Whether that's pottery or clay making or anything. Let me know what your plans are for this year. Yeah, let's just get into the video. So I saw something that really opened my eyes recently that allowed me to kind of put this cool facade on, and it was that hobbies can be made for certain seasons. So many times I would be oh, I have to bake in the winter because I baked so much in the summer, and I'm not a good baker if I'm not baking year round. But there's so many things that I only pick up during certain months because they fill my cup in those months. I don't need to watercolor with ocean water in the middle of the winter because I'm not going to the ocean in the middle of the winter, you know what I mean? So that's really allowed me to kind of just take that pressure off and completely be in the moment. What am I feeling right now? What am I interested in? So in this current state, these are the things I want to create, make, bake, whatever. They might change throughout the year. They might not. I don't know. I love the idea of having hobbies for certain seasons. I think that really, really helped me get into the mindset that, okay, I don't have to be proficient at this year round all the time. I don't have to be in love with it all the time because I'm not. I go through different seasons of stuff just like everyone else does. So that has helped too. I hope that helps you a little bit take the pressure off and accomplish your goals in 2026. But let's get into baking. So this is the year of the bread. I'm talking focaccia. I'm talking brioche. I'm talking baguette. We're gonna be big girls and we're gonna put our big girl pants on and we're gonna finally make a baguette. I'm so excited. I'm tired of just oh, I don't know enough, or oh, I don't have the right things. I don't want it to mess up. Girl, you're the only one eating it. So it's really not that serious. I'm finally just gonna bite the bullet and make a baguette. I just feel the more I procrastinate, the longer this cycle is gonna go on for. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet and bake it one day, and if it sucks, guess what? I have 300 and something days to get it right, so it's not that serious. And also Pullman loaves. So my husband got Pullman loaves. You might be able to see them right there actually. For his work anniversary, his 3-year work anniversary, and now he's on his 5-year work anniversary. So they have been sitting there for a very long time because, again, I just get so overwhelmed with the logistics of everything, and if I did that with sourdough, I never would have started this channel. So I just need to do hard things, and that was the purpose of me creating this channel, was just to do hard things. So that's what we're doing in 2026. We're doing hard things. Let's do hard things together. For me, hard thing, baguette, Pullman loaves, focaccia, but we're doing it, and I don't care if it sucks because guess what? I'm the only one who has to eat it. So that's what we're gonna do. Those are my big things for baking. Obviously I'll have like more inclusion breads I want to make. If you have any ideas of inclusions, please drop them below. I'm always curious on what you guys think would sound good, because I'm sure you're not the only one in the entire world who thinks that. And my brain is just so limited. That's like the beauty of people. They have so many thoughts and opinions. It's awesome. My brain is just only so big and I can only think of so many inclusions. So if you have any, or you've had sourdough bread with inclusions that were just like divine and I've never made them before, please let me know. I'm interested and I'll probably try it out. And then just like smaller stuff, like I mentioned brioche. I know in my previous video or the last video, I don't remember, I'll put it here, I talked about the brioche, the blueberry brioche. I don't even remember what I titled it, but oh my gosh, I think about them all the time. I have seen girls doing a lot of like little pop-up bakeries or pop-up cafes, and they'll like bake and they'll have like coffee. So I'm thinking I might try to throw one of those this year so I can make those again without having to physically eat 16 of them by myself, because it's not good for anyone. It's not good for my stomach lining. It's not good for anything. So I think I might do that and then like create some other stuff. But like that's like the majority of the things I'm thinking of baking. I'm not making it super serious. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself. I'm gonna do the hard things, and then if other things come along the way, then I will bring you along the way with me. But those are like kind of where I'm sitting at right now. And then we're moving into crocheting because I'm really into crocheting right now. There's just a few things I want to make. So I think I had mentioned recently that I've seen gals with like AirPods Max, like almost cases that they put on, or like they'll put on their headphones and they just like crochet like random designs into it. I've seen like a granny square. The girl I watched, Melanie, she like made like a flower or something. So that makes me believe that I can make a circle. I can make 3 circles and I can make Mickey Mouse, because I feel like that just encapsulates me as a person. And so once I learn how to make a circle, it's over. But I want to make those like headphone covers with Mickey Mouse, because I just think that'd be so cute. Like not like the full on like body, just like his little ears, you know, the typical Disney sign. I would really like to make that, as well as a granny square blanket. I have a gal at my church who I love her to bits. She gets so cold during services, and she is just like the face, not the face of the church, but like if you go to my church, you know her. She's just such a pleasant, beautiful soul. I love her so much, but she just gets so cold, and she does have a granny square blanket already that someone has made her. But I told her I would make her another one so she can like match it with her outfits, because she wears it like a shawl. It's so precious. So I'm gonna make a different colored one for her so she can have it during service. And then something that's on my list forever, I'll just put pictures here as I'm talking, is a farmer's market bag. They were super big back when Emily in Paris, like season 2, season 3 came out, and she was wearing this like little like strap that had the bag, and it had like holes, like little, like think of like a quilted bag, but it was holes. And I'll put a picture. And she was like carrying the fruit in it, and I have literally dreamed and thought about that bag forever. I went to Paris for our honeymoon. This was back in 23. Yeah, so a couple years now I've been thinking about this bag, and they had it at Longchamp, and I'm a huge Longchamp girly. I am, but I went there specifically for another bag, and I got that, and I've used it nonstop since. They were the same price, so I just couldn't justify it, because I knew I would use the other one way more than I would use this one. But I saw a tutorial, I'll link it below, of how to make one out of yarn. So I'm gonna try to do that. I don't think it's gonna be like something I'm actually putting groceries in, but I just think it would be so cute to have, especially when I go to Spain this year. I think it would just be so cute, or even when I go to Seattle, like I think that'll just be so cute to be like at a market. I don't know. That is a long-term goal. I don't know how well we're gonna do that. I know how to make granny square blankets, and Mickey Mouse is like to come, right? But those are my top 3 for crocheting. There's a few for sewing. So on my list, I have been trying to make a quilted jacket for, gosh, how long have I learned how to sew? 3 years now, something like that. And every time there's just a project that gets in the way, like something I need to make for someone's birthday or Christmas or something like that. And every time I'm with her to do sewing, there's just not enough time. So I'm making it a priority this year. I'm doing my quilted jacket. I bought the fabric like probably a year and a half ago, and I'm just I'm not putting it on the back burner. This is the forefront this year. I'm making my quilted jacket. I really don't think it's gonna take long. It's just I want it to be done well. And so I actually want to take time and focus on it. And I don't think it's anything I can do at home on the side. Like I wanna be there with her in case anything goes wrong, because it's something I've had on my list for so long. I want it to be not perfect, because nothing you make is gonna be perfect, but like as close to perfect, because she is a perfectionist. And I just want it to be a good quality item of clothing that I make, and I'm excited to wear consistently, not just like once, you know? So that is on the top of my list. And then following that, I have NICU blankets. So I was watching a reel recently. I'll tag, or I'll put his name here. I don't remember. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, but I'll do something. You can find him. He's on Instagram, and he was making his nephew, I believe, a NICU blanket, and he was saying that hospitals do have blankets that they'll like put on the like little, I don't want to call it a bubble, but like basically like a bubble that they put the babies in, and a lot of times they'll have more babies than they'll have blankets. So I contacted like someone I knew that worked in the NICU at my local hospital, and they are in need of some. So I'm just gonna make a bunch of little NICU baby blankets. I'm trying to still get like the measurements and like the understanding of what that means, but I have so much scraps that like I don't need to do anything with. I don't have anything to make with. If I can utilize it and make a quilt for a baby in need, like I will absolutely do that 10 times over. So I'm gonna try to do that, as well as with my sewing class. Like I'm gonna incorporate them and kind of see, because I think it would be a really good beginner project, because you're just drawing a bunch of straight lines with a sewing machine, and we can get a large amount of blankets for our local hospital, because our hospital is quite large. It's not the main one that most people use, but it is quite large, like for our county. So I think the more the merrier, and I want to like make like girls and boys, and I don't know. I think it'll just be like a fun ongoing project that I can do to like better serve my community. That's kind of my thought process with that. Hopefully it'll be like an ongoing thing, because I believe that the babies like bring the blanket home with them, or they're allowed to, but like in this current state, I don't think they can, because they don't have enough blankets, so they're just reusing. But I'd really like to like kind of customize them to the baby if possible, like with a name or something. But yeah, that is like the beginning stages of my thought process. As time goes on, I'm sure I'll show you like what I've hunkered down as like the go-to, but that's where I'm at. And then recently I made a quilted bag. Oh, I have it right here. I made this, right? I made this for my friend. She's getting married. I want her to use it on her honeymoon. I want her to put all of the things in it, because I know homegirl likes her makeup and she likes her products, but I just love it so much. It's the perfect size. The ones I had made for my nieces during Christmas were just much smaller. I watched the video, I'll tag it below. She does a great job at explaining everything, and it was perfect for them because they're in high school, like they don't have a lot of products. But I just think this would be a perfect tech bag to bring you guys whenever I'm traveling. I want to include that more because I do travel a lot. I just don't really share it because I think it's weird to like carry around a tripod into TSA. Like I just feel like that's weird, but I feel like I would be more apt to if I had something to put you guys in without it just possibly running around in my bag. So I'm thinking of doing that, as well as like little tech straps. I don't know if you've seen, I'll post it or I'll put a picture here, but like your cords, there's like a little wrap. I have snaps that I really want to try to like get used to using, so come like further down the line when I want to make clothing, I know how to use snaps as well. But something smaller and more tangible to work with now would be these little straps. Again, I have a bunch of straps and scraps, that's a lot. I have a bunch of scraps that I need to use, and I was thinking whenever I'm traveling, there's so many times I'm like rolling up wires all the time, and they just kind of get mashed together. So I think it would be good to have like little straps that can go around and snap and just like hold my cords. I think that'd be cute. And then I can put that in the bag. It's all working together, right? Okay. And then the last thing is, like I said, I'm going to Spain this year, and I just think it'd be so stinking cool to make something for that trip in specific. So I bought this fabric. I don't have it with me. Maybe I'll insert a clip that I get eventually, that I bought back in Denver. So like I used to be a collector of shirts and bottles and keychains and all the things, and mugs and all the things that like normal touristy things are made for. But my husband has like put an end to that entirely. He was like, we have too many things. Like we can't keep collecting things every time we go somewhere, and we go somewhere so much, which is a blessing. But I want to remember the trip. So I've started finding local quilt shops in the area that we're traveling in and getting fabric from there, whether it just be like a little fat quarter or like full on yards. And I bought yards of this because it was like on sale in Denver, and I just think it's so pretty. And I thought it would make a really nice like white flowy skirt. So I'm imagining, I'll put a picture here, I'm imagining like a white 3-tiered, 2-tiered skirt with just a denim vest over, and then like some Mary Jane like flats or something, or even just like sandals. I think sandals would also be cute. And then just like a bag, maybe the bag I made. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to that. Bit embarrassing. You can see the light's different. It's because the battery died. So we're coming back. We're circling back. I don't really remember what we were talking about, but I'm gonna go through this list. This is embarrassing. I think I was talking about the skirt for Spain. I think it's gonna be an easy project. That's always the worst thing to say. I think it's gonna be really hard, and then I'm gonna make it easy in my mind. I think it's gonna be really difficult to accomplish a 2-layer or 3-layer skirt to wear. I just think it would be so cute, and I already have the fabric and I've needed something to do with it. And I just think that'll be a good use of everything, and it'll also teach me how to insert a waistband as well as how to make ruffles, because I'll have to like cinch the layers to get, I don't really know because I've never done it, so I'm just guessing. I think that'll be a good learning project, plus it'll just like be something exciting to wear. Final thing, we're in miscellaneous. So I, one year, made a book ornament for my friend, and it was like, out of vinyl, it said I would rather be reading. It was just the free little circle ornament you got from Michael's, or I think Dollar Tree sells them now for like $2. So I bought her that, and then I went through her Goodreads and I screenshotted every single book she read for that year. It was like, I'd rather be reading with the year. And so I took a screenshot of every single book she ever read in 20 whatever year that was. And then I fit all of the book covers, because I found all the book cover sleeves for them. I fit them onto one page in Word and like sized them all to be the same size. And I didn't do front and back because I thought I just think the front always looked better than the back and the words wouldn't have translated. So I did 2 versions of the front cover next to each other, same size. And I did that for every single book she read. And then I printed it out, and then I cut them out. And we had been moving at the time, I think, or we had bought a lot of things for our house or something. I'm not quite sure. But I had the little like foam kind of insert whenever you purchase something, like to keep it safe. It'll be like a foam that's like sitting on top, or like sometimes it'll be around the object that you bought. Not the like bubble wrap, but just like straight foam. And so I cut the foam to size, and then I super glued it all together, and then I put each little individual book inside of the ornament. I will hopefully put an inspo pic, not the exact one that I did because I gave it to her, I don't have it, but I was like, I want to do that for myself. Why didn't I do that? So I printed out all of them from 2024, 2025. I don't remember what year, but I've never finished the project. I printed it all out. I did like the first beginning part, but the assembly of the books I have not done yet. And I still have the ornament, and I look at it every time I get dressed in the morning, and it just is a constant reminder. I need to just like hunker down and get it done. So that is on my to-do list more than my like fun to make list, but it needs to get done regardless. So that is number 1. Number 2 is also something I've been putting off for literally forever. When Brian and I first started dating, I made a scrapbook of everything we ever did for like a full year, and I gave it to him for our 1-year anniversary, and it was everything we had done leading up to that. And I had so many pages left in the book that I was like, man, I'll just keep this going. So I printed out the pictures, and then I just never did it. So another to-do list for future me is to catch up. And I've been saving, this is the worst part, I've been saving things like wristbands, brochures, tickets, anything that we've done, I've been saving and just shoving into one of the cubicles. And there's such a big backlog, like probably 6 years of backlog of tickets and memorabilia, that I just need to get through, either like be done with it and never touch it again, or keep up with it and just like have this be the time where I start again, you know? So I need to get at least caught up with that. I'm not saying I need to like make that my whole personality, scrapbooking, but I would just really like to finish that project that's been ongoing in my brain since 2020 actually. 2020, yeah. Which I had so much free time then, so why didn't I do it? I don't know. Anyway, last one is just to really hone in on holiday crafts. I'm talking garland, shamrock pillows, heart pillows, ornaments, like just making more holiday themed crafts, whether that be like paper chain garland that's like hanging over here, or swapping out things to add, like I saw a girl, I'll put her name here, I can't remember what it is right now, like her YouTube channel name, but she made like this little plush Christmas tree that she sewed, and I have fabric that would be perfect for that. It's just I never go, oh okay, now that I have free time, let me make a Christmas tree out of fabric. You know what I mean? Like I just want to make sure that I'm being more intentional, because I do love when things are decorated, and I think my favorite holiday is Christmas because it requires you to decorate so much that I want like a year-round process of just decor. Something silly, when Brian and I first started dating, we used to do so many theme things, just stupid stuff. I one day was missing Ireland. I'd only ever been once. But we made an entire night celebrating Ireland. Like we decorated the entire apartment to look like Ireland. We got Irish food and things that looked like Irish. I think it was like literally January or something. Like it wasn't even St. Patrick's Day. We just did it, but it was like so fun. And we don't do that anymore. And I just feel like if I had put on my radar to make it more of a priority, then I'm more willing and in the mindset to do it. So yeah, that is all I have. Like I said, making it very chill, but just trying to put it out there that I'm finally going to embark on all the things I've been saying I wanted to do for a while. So I'm very excited, and I, of course, will bring you along for real this time. For real, I'm making it a priority. You guys are coming along. That was all I had today. Let me know what you guys have planned for 2026, and I will see you all in the next one.